Most drivers think of their windshield as simple protection from wind and debris. As long as it isn't cracked, they assume it's doing its job. But what many people don't realize is that the condition of your windshield has a huge impact on driving comfort, visibility, and even fatigue. The change happens slowly, which is why it's easy to miss. Over time, windshields develop tiny imperfections. Micro pits from road debris, fine scratches from worn wipers, residue from cleaning products, and mineral buildup from water all accumulate on the glass surface. Individually, these marks seem insignificant. Together, they change how light passes through the windshield. This is where discomfort begins. When sunlight, headlights, or streetlights hit an imperfect windshield, light scatters instead of passing cleanly through. Glare becomes harsher. Reflections feel stronger. Your eyes work harder to focus, especially during sunrise, sunset, or nighttime driving. Many drivers adapt without realizing it, assuming that glare and eye strain are just part of driving. But they're not. A clear windshield allows light to pass evenly, reducing visual noise. As clarity decreases, your brain has to process more information. This leads to faster eye fatigue, reduced comfort on long drives, and subtle stress behind the wheel. Another factor is how we clean our windshields. Household glass cleaners, paper towels, and dirty rags can leave residue or create micro scratches that worsen glare. Wiper blades that are old or contaminated drag debris across the glass, slowly damaging the surface every time they're used. Night driving often reveals the problem most clearly. Headlights appear starburst-like. Streetlights blur. Rain exaggerates every imperfection. At that point, drivers often blame their eyes or assume it's normal aging, when in reality, the windshield itself is contributing to the discomfort. What makes this issue tricky is that it doesn't affect drivability in an obvious way. The car still functions. You can still see the road, but comfort quietly declines. Reaction time can feel slower. Driving feels more tiring than it used to. The good news is that awareness changes everything. Paying attention to glare patterns, noticing eye strain after long drives, and being mindful of how light behaves through your windshield can help you recognize when clarity has declined. Driving comfort isn't just about seats, suspension, or noise. Visibility plays a central role in how relaxed and confident you feel behind the wheel. A clear windshield reduces mental load and makes driving feel easier. If you've ever noticed that driving feels more exhausting than it used to, your windshield may be part of the reason. The team at Signature Tint Design in Palm Desert has spent decades helping drivers understand how glass clarity affects comfort, visibility, and long-term driving experience. Sometimes, improving how a car feels to drive starts with something as simple as seeing more clearly.